After winning a by-election and then having to run again in the provincial election, Zee Hamid has had quite the busy 12 months, but he is now able to settle into his role as Milton MPP, and he was also appointed as the Associate Minister of Auto Theft and Bail Reform as part of the Ministry of the Solicitor General, that is. It's a very long title. I spoke with Zee earlier today about his new position, but first had to ask how the ongoing tariff war is affecting his day-to-day.
Well, there's a lot of anxiety out there, especially because of uncertainty. If we had to deal with tariffs and they were predictable and we knew what the situation was, we could formulate a response. The problem is that it changes every day. So the goalpost keeps moving, and it's hard to deal with that. Our government just announced, $11 billion worth of relief for different small businesses and to make sure that people keep working and to reduce job losses because of tariffs. But a lot more work needs to be done. I still think that zero tariffs is the way to go. I'm a believer in free trade. It has generated a lot of wealth in our society, but the president seems to have different ideas. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It very unpredictable. I mean, that is definitely what we are running into. All right, let's focus on you, Zee. Last time you were here on Halton News, we caught up with you on election night at your headquarters, fresh off your win. Congrats on winning, I guess we could say, again after the by-election, and now you're in once again. Tough battle for you. But now that you are there, you're locked in. You got 4 years that you're able to settle into your position. We know what the Ontario Conservatives are all about, but someone who's so connected to their riding, what are you trying to do in Milton for local issues?
Yeah, the number of issues that are provincial in nature. Go Transit has been a big one. It's been a big one for a long, long time. And I've taken personal interest in making sure that we make significant improvement in the next 4 years. And that means making a big, big headway in bringing that all-day two-way GO train service to Milton. We've discussed this before. The challenge is that it requires a whole new train track, but we're working on four new GO lines and all-day two-way GO train service across the network in all major stations, including Milton. But I want to make sure that we stay on it and it doesn't get delayed.
All right. Now, you have also been appointed as the Associate Minister of Auto Theft and Bail Reform, part of the Ministry of the Solicitor General. I'm reading that because it is a very long title, Zee, but auto theft, obviously, it's a huge concern for Halton. Unfortunately, Halton has become this little hub of auto theft that happens. It also factors into people breaking into homes and trying to get cars. What does this position mean for you?
Yeah, it's something that started in Quebec, and then it moved to Central Ontario, York, Toronto, Peel, and now it's moved. It has actually already moved its way to Halton. And we want to make sure it doesn't spread. We have made improvements. So auto theft is down 16% this year, but to be totally fair, 16% from a very, very high point. So still alarmingly high. And as you mentioned, break-ins and more violent carjackings, they have gone up. So even though auto theft might be down, the violent interactions have gone up. It's something we're working on. We're working on with the federal government as well. But very adjacent to this, we do need meaningful bail reforms from the federal government. Where this revolving door of justice, where people get arrested and they get out on bail, and they get arrested and on bail. The people who've been out 5, 6, 7, 8 times. That does need to end because without that, there is no deterrent. You go in, you steal a car, and you know that you'll be out on bail the next day, and you just keep doing it over and over again.
Now, that is, of course, a federal issue. So, how would you, as a provincial politician, manage to make a difference in that respect?
So it's the bail part is hugely an advocacy role. Right now, all provinces and territories, all 13 of them are united, and they are lobbying the federal government with a unified voice demanding this change. And that's one thing that tells you it's not a political issue because you have NDP premiers, you have liberal premiers, you have conservative premiers. They're all on the same page that we need meaningful bail reform. But on the provincial side of things, on the auto theft, there's a lot of layers to it. One thing that people don't realize about auto theft is that it's not just a victimless crime. A part of insurance companies and us all paying higher insurance premium. Auto theft has been organized by sophisticated organized criminal organizations, and it ends up funding guns and gangs. So auto
Mm.
theft is how they're funding a lot of the other operation, and it's a whole complex network. So unless we handle this problem right away, it's going to lead to a lot of other bigger issues because this is not the end goal. The end goal is something else, and auto theft funds the end goal.